Hi, Yorkton constituents. David Chan here, Sask Party candidate for Yorkton. I just want to give a few of my thoughts about this election. Um, the politics and election times can be really, really divisive, and we can hear a lot of negativity around, things that need to be fixed or whatnot. But I just want to share my perspective as a person who's lived here now for 7 years, but also who has lived around the world, lived and traveled around the world. I've traveled to over 56 different cities around the world, across 13 different countries, including Canada. Lived in BC, Alberta, Ontario, and my work took me to these places. And I also lived in South America for a couple of years, in the Middle East for a year, Beijing for 6 months. So I've been around the globe to a lot of different places to see, to have a point of comparison. And let me tell you, there's nowhere I would rather live and raise a family than right here in Saskatchewan, than right here in Yorkton. And there's, again, during election times, we want to focus on the areas that need work, and that's good, that's right and fair. We need to do that. But I want to bring some of it to perspective in the sense that a lot of the challenges that we're facing, all the provinces are facing, for example, challenges in healthcare, rising cost of living, inflation, higher interest rates, squeezing us financially. We're facing that all across Canada, and not just all across Canada, the whole world. The whole world is going through, a shaking and destabilization. We're seeing things destabilize around the world. But where things are actually going pretty good is right here in Saskatchewan. And I want to credit that directly to the responsible and reliable leadership of our provincial government, of the Sask Party government. I remember coming to Saskatchewan in around 2003, and I was here as a visitor, just here for an event. And I remember, the feeling here in the province was like things were just depressed. It was slow. There wasn't progress. There was no development. There was, Saskatchewan just wasn't the place to be back then. And, properties were so very, very cheap compared to other places. I remember my friend was showing me a house for $25,000, and it was just, it was amazing, but nobody wanted to move here. Contrast that to when I came here in 2009 and again in 2012. I moved my parents here in 2009 and to Big River, and what a difference. The province was buzzing. There was an optimism in the air. Saskatchewan suddenly was on the map. It was a place, people didn't think of Saskatchewan as a place to go and, do business and work and move to before. It was, it was Alberta who had that reputation, or sometimes Ontario. But suddenly, after the Sask Party government came in, Saskatchewan was the place to be. They put Saskatchewan on the map, and to this day, it's still on the map. It's just been growing ever since, and it's getting better and better and better. And I guess I'm saying this, as just from my personal perspective, not as a person who's running for government, but I want to see our province stay on track. I want to see our province. There's so much more ahead for us. There's more opportunity, and there's more growth, there's more prosperity, and yes, there's work to do, and we're going to do that work. But let's not what do you say? Derail the train, or let's keep the ship on track. We need the leadership, the strength, and the proper fiscal management of the Sask Party to keep our province where it needs to go. We're going to keep working on things that need to be worked on, but let's not take the ship off course. I don't like to put down the other guys, but I do want to say this as an observation of fact. The NDP, there's only two parties that can form government. That's the Sask Party and the NDP. And some people maybe are feeling a little bit disgruntled, and maybe that seems to push them towards the NDP. But let me tell you, the NDP, every time they form government in every province, they've done two things. They've tanked the economy, and they've raised taxes every single time, without fail. Whether it's BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, they've done the exact same thing every single time. Let's not hand Saskatchewan and all the positive things that have happened here, all the growth and all the benefits that have happened in this province. Let's not hand that over, to the NDP. Keep them in the critic seat. Don't put them in the driver's seat. Anyway, that's my rant here. I want to put out a call to all the Sask Party supporters, all the Sask Party people. If we show up, you guys, we're going to win. But we need everyone to show up. We can do this. If we show up, we're going to win. Let's keep our economy strong. Our future bright. Let's keep our province on track and just help us get across the finish line. All right. Thanks. There's Charlie.